Right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. Now, I hope you're all doing well. So, we have the big game on Monday night against Everton, and it's a must win for me, guys. It's not just because it's Everton, it's because I feel like this month is very crucial to the rest of the season for Liverpool, basically, and also potentially the future of the club as well, in regards to ownership. So, let's start with the game in hand, shall we? We've had Klopp's press conference. We've had a few snippets of news that came out of that. We've found out that basically Thiago's got an injury, so it could be a doubt for the game. Let's wait and see what happens there. Thiago has come in for a bit of stick in the recent games where he's been found wanting, shall we say, basically. He is a great player for us, but I do think for us to get the best out of Thiago, we need to have the legs around him. And when we don't have that, it shows you all the not the benefits, all the problems that having a player like Thiago in our side brings to us. So, it looks like Thiago obviously won't be in the game, which makes me feel like, and I've been pushing this for a while now, we need to do like a bit of a formation change. And the good news is that Klopp has said that we have got some players coming back from injury that we have been missing for a long, long time now. Diogo Jota is the closest. He's been training for 2 days already, and he could be ready for Monday and in contention. Now, I will say, if a player is in contention for any game and he's put on the bench, then if you are on the bench for me, I've always been of the opinion then you're fit enough to play a full game. Now, I know I'm not like no sports scientist or medical staff or anything like that, but there always comes a risk when you're on the bench anyway that you could be asked to play the full 90 minutes anyway. Touch wood, we don't have this situation, but let's just say for, hypothetical here, we start the game against Everton. Jota's on the bench. Darwin Núñez, first minute, gets injured, has got to come off. Then Jota's got to play the full 90 minutes, hasn't he, as the replacement. So if you're on the bench for me, you can play the full 90 minutes. So I would start Jota and I would go with this formation that I have been calling for a few games now. Obviously, the back four kind of speaks for itself. With Alisson in net, we've got Trent, Gomez, Matip, Robbo. It's not the strongest, but it's what we've got at the moment due to injury. I would then play Hendo and Stefan in the midfield, sitting back, not pushing forward, protecting the defence. I would literally just have them just there. And then I would leave the front four of Jota, Gakpo, Salah and Núñez to just go and do the business. I feel like that's something we need to do now as a team. We need to shore up that defence, stop leaking goals, stop being so easy to counter-attack against, make us more compact, and just throw our forwards forward. Do you know what I mean? It's just simple as that. Jota can. I could see us swapping Núñez and Jota. Putting Jota as the 9 and putting Núñez out on the left. But for me, we've bought Núñez as a 9, so play him as a 9. And I know that Gakpo has been playing a lot on the left, but you might laugh at this, but I've got Gakpo on Football Manager, and he is a beast in the middle as a number 10. It's not real life, I know that, but let's just play him there and see what happens. He's got a fair few assists for me on that old game, so let's see if he can do anything for Liverpool there. But yeah, I would literally stick with that formation for a bit, see if it happens, see if it goes. Let's just test something new, because what we're doing at the moment is not working, and I don't want to see us playing Keita. Keita's leaving at the end of the season. So is the Ox. Stop playing these guys. Honestly, I know it's going to help us out a little bit, but let's just throw some kids in there. Like Stefan's shown that these kids have got more about them than some of these senior pros that have been around a long time with the club. Let's throw Ben Doak in there if Salah's not playing well. Take him off at half time, throw Ben Doak on, play him for full second half, Let's take a few more risks. Like, we're not going to win the league this season. We're probably not even going to get top 4 this season. So let's just start giving people chances and they can take them. Honestly. Went on a bit of a rant there, didn't I? But yeah, back to the people that are coming back from injury. We've got Bobby, who potentially could be the next one, but he might obviously not be fit for Monday. And then Arthur is the next one, or Arthur, whichever way you want to see it. Van Dijk's not a possible. Don't think he'll make the Everton game. But also as well, we did have a video come out from Diaz saying he's either joined training or he's very close to joining training. But let's see what happens there with Diaz. Hopefully he's not too far away. But yeah, just getting back to the game as a whole, guys, and how the importance of this game for the rest of the month, and this month just being so important for the club going forward. We need to get back to winning ways, and we've got a lot of games coming up this season. And as bad as it looks right now, and I know I've just gone on a bit of a rant saying we're not going to get top four, for us to have any chance of getting top four, we need to start winning games, and it starts at Everton. You know, they've got Sean Dyche in. They've beaten Arsenal, who's basically, in my opinion, probably going to end up winning the league in the last game. So the momentum is with Everton. You know, Klopp basically said as well in his press conference that after Sunday, where by the sounds of it, he gave them all a massive bollocking, that he had to have 2 days away from the team. He gave them all 2 days away from each other so they could all like chill out and that. And then they've come back together and had really positive training sessions. Some people might think that could backfire. Maybe they should have been in straight away, you know, training throughout, none of this resting, getting it right. But, you know, you live and die by your decisions, don't you? So let's see if this works in Klopp's favour and giving them a break, basically. But yeah, you know, obviously we've got the Champions League this month as well, and for us to have realistically any chance of qualifying for next season's Champions League, we need to win this season's Champions League, and we've got Real Madrid in our first game in the knockout round. So I don't know, guys. I'm not going in with any sort of enthusiasm for the game or any sort of hope that we can get anything out of it, but I'm going to support the team no matter what. Obviously, I'm a Liverpool fan, but I'm also realistic. So yeah, guys, based on the ownership as well for the team and this month, just because of due to how long it takes stuff to go through, you know, in regards to getting a deal of this size through, in my opinion, and again, I'm not no financial expert, I would say that if we don't hear anything by the end of this month, then it don't look like we're going to start the summer transfer window with new owners, in my opinion, guys. It really doesn't look like it, because I feel like time-wise, like once you've announced a deal and you've got to go through due diligence and all the rest of it, you're probably looking at about 12 weeks. So it's about 3 months. So obviously, you know, from February now, that takes us up to May. So yeah, all being well, I'd feel like we hear something this month, if anything. You know, the whole Super League thing rearing its head again. I've got a kind of funny feeling that FSG might hold on now, if that's going to kick off. Like, I don't think that we're going to see any of the English clubs being the first ones to dive into this and be like, yeah, we're back in it. But if it starts getting positive press, if the fans aren't so much as against it anymore, then they're going to go back into it, guys. They really are. And if that's the case and it generates more money, I could see FSG not wanting to sell anymore, because they feel like if once the Super League gets going, they could sell for a higher price. It's just my opinion. Could be wrong there. Anyway, guys, that's everything I'm going to go over in this video, I feel like. Otherwise, I'm just going to waffle on a little bit too much. Let me know your thoughts down below. What do you think is going to happen with the ownership? Do you feel like this month is going to be as important as I do? Give me some score predictions as well for Monday. Let me know. I'm probably going to go with 2-1 Liverpool. Just going to put it out there, 2-1 Liverpool. Yeah, let me know what you think down below. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with everything else I've got going on. And I'll catch you in the next one.